Lawson. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Mastro's looking good right now, huh? I'm feeling great, man. I got married last year. Right. I made the best decision in my life. I got divorced last year. You know, yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little love, man. It was a little rough initially, man. Most people are like, hey, you know, we're better off as friends, right? Found out we're better off as hostile strangers. You know. My parents have been married for 35 years. I couldn't make it 30 weeks, man. But hey, man, you know, that's how it goes sometimes, man. Like, I kind of knew the marriage wasn't going to work out, man, because like when we had our first dance, instead of having like a nice romantic song together, she grabbed the mic and started singing Cardi B's Bodak Yellow. You know, I'm walking up to her, she grabbed the mic and said, hey, little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. I was like, well, I did kind of want to fuck with you. That's why we're here, you know. And it's kind of hard. It's kind of, you know, weird after you get married and then you get back out there in the world because you don't know how women are going to take to you, right? You know, I didn't know any girl would like me, man, because she didn't, you know. But now I'm on this Bumble, baby. That changed the game. This Me Too era. Women can approach you. I'm getting all these direct messages, man. Feeling like a bad bitch. Like an Instagram model. Let me get flown out to Dubai. Start selling tummy tea, you know? That's the career choices I'm starting to make now. But it's kind of weird, man, because I'm like, I got a couple gray hairs in my beard. I'm like in between. So I'm like, my range is like 23 to like 45, right? And you know the strategy. Nobody's reading those bios first, man. They're just swiping, shooting their shot. When I connect with a younger girl, it's like, they say, I want a generous gentleman. I want someone to compliment me with their generosity. I know that language, bitch. You want a sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? The universe is telling me that's not quite in my budget. Y'all seen that earning app? You know, the one where they're like, hey, I can't get to work. My gas tank's on E, so I'm going to borrow from my check for next week to get to work. I'm getting those every time I look on the internet. The internet's basically telling me I'm broke out here. Sorry, ma'am, I don't got it for you. Then older women, when I match with them, you know, they're older, but they try to act young, you know, talking about they're having a hot girl summer. You're not having a hot girl summer, you're just having hot flashes. But it's been a little while for me, man. Like, since I've been married, I've kind of gone beyond the veil, like the little things women used to say. You know, I got intel now. Like, women are like, oh, I can't have sex because I'm on my period, you know. That's a false flag. Because I'm telling you just yesterday, I met a girl, and she was like, hey, I'm on my period. I was like, hey, you can call me Denzel, baby. I've been on a hunt for Red October. But she was like, hey, he wasn't in hunt. He was in Crimson Tide. Whatever works. Whatever gets the job done, baby. Whatever gets the job done. You know. Had my first squirter, guys. You know. Give it up for me, man. I'm out here venturing. Yeah, she's gonna have a lot of questions. I totally forgot. I was in the game, man. Keep playing that Angry Birds, whatever you're doing over there. But yeah, it was weird, man, because it's like, initially it was like, you know, Me Too era, and I met her out at a club, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so drunk. And I'm like, hey, you know, you gotta text me consent, you know. So she shot me a little text message that said, I gave you constant. So I'm like, that'll hold up in court, right? You know what I'm saying? Your Honor, Exhibit A. But yeah, she was a squirter, man, and like, you know, what's the first thing you do when you have a squirter, man? You tell your boy, right? It was like, oh man, that wasn't, you know, I was just pissed. I'm like, come on, man, that was an elixir of validation, approval, and arousal. You know, and she was all like, hey, don't worry, I'll get some baking soda and clean it up. You know what's better than a squirter, guys? Consider it, squirter. Take note. But the weird thing is, like, you can't be in a relationship with somebody that's a squirter, because it's like a magic trick, man. That's like you go out and you get some burning cheese, like some flambe and stuff. What if like every meal she cooked was on fire? Like, bitch, I just want some oatmeal. Why is this shit on fire? You know, shit. Man, but now I live in the heights, man, you know, coming up in the world, you know. You white people are starting to rub off on me, man. You know, I know your favorite saying now. I'm sorry. You know. I was in the hood the other day. I stepped on a dude's Jordans. I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, what you say, nigga? I was like, my bad, bro. My bad. But I can't eat Reese's peanut butter cups anymore. You guys know their saying, right? Not sorry, Reese's. All this racial turmoil going on, I'm hearing, not sorry, racist. And I'm in this apartment building where I gotta go past the most racist reef you can imagine. It's a reef made of cotton. I ain't talking cotton fabric of our lives, I'm talking slavery, Django cotton. Things got a couple drops of dead slave blood on it, man. Just imagine, if you're Mexican, that's like going past a reef made of walls, you know. If you're from white, if you're Asian, it's like a reef made of railroad tracks. White person, it's a reef made of tears, you know. I went to my lease today, she was like, hey, what's up with this reef made of cotton on that person's door? And she was like, well, sir, if there isn't any words, there's nothing we can do about it. It's like, hey, if it was a swastika, would you say that? It always gets silent when I say that because it gets a little too real for you guys. But she was like, hey, she got real saucy with me, like, I'm sorry. What I was really hearing was, not sorry, racist. Now every time I walk past that motherfucker, Frederick Douglass in my ear like, spit on that shit, nigga. Don't be no bitch, spit on that shit, nigga. You know? And they're trying to like, so I got some new neighbors, man, and they're like some ARP carrying, MAGA hat, Fox News wearing apparel people. Like, they don't just watch it, they wear it, all right? And now I'm getting noise complaints, you know? Getting noise complaints now. Usually it works where I move in, they move out, right? They're trying to re-gentrify the hood, man. I'm trying to nigrify that motherfucker. That yoga studio over there, I'm trying to turn it to a real studio. My niggas get their mixtapes off. You know, a little sushi spot, I'm trying to turn that to the fish fry. White Oak Bayou, that's where the cookouts will be, man. So he was like, hey, you know, we tried to get in contact with you to fix your cabinets and all that. I was like, hey, man, I was on the road working. Really wasn't on the road. My apartment smelled like weed. I was a little paranoid, man. They're trying to find some way to get me up out of there, man. I told him, man. He was like, hey, we're hearing loud bangings at night. In my bedroom, I call it the Silky Sanctuary. You know, I'm a bachelor. I told him straight up, man. Once the ladies get into the Silky Sanctuary, I can't control all the exuberance. You know. But yeah, that didn't go over too well. So I got an eviction notice, man. I think I'm about to move back to the third ward, back to the hood, man. You know. But I'm from Detroit, actually, man. But don't worry, I'm the kinder, gentler version. Most people call that being a bitch. But I'm grown. I don't care what my mother thinks of me anymore. You know? Grew up in a two-parent household, man. And it's really hard growing up in a two-parent household in the hood, man. Because everybody thinks you're rich, right? And it's really hard during Christmas time. Because my sister, she was like my half-sister or whatever, so she'll get her gifts. She'll get her little two-parent household gifts. Then she'll go over to her dad's house and get laced. Because he is trying to control the mind of his daughter to bring her against her mother, like so he can love her more, right? Looking at my dad like, you good-ass father figure, get out of here, nigga. I need them new Jordans, man. You know? Little Mermaid's black, you know? It's kind of weird with the Disney characters, man. Like, everything's turning black, which is cool, but it's kind of weird because Little Mermaid, come on now, like, you know, like, I've been married to a black woman, right? You know? I believe black women can do anything they want in the world, except get their hair wet. I mean, I was married to a black woman, man. She couldn't get in bed without her hair unwrapped. How you going under the sea? You know? Go out, she looking like Beyonce. Wake up to Harriet Tubman. Shit. Go out with a dime piece, wake up with a $20 bill. You know? But yeah, man, like I made a lot of changes since I've been single, man. I'm going vegan, you know? So, you know, I have a very strict diet. I don't eat beaver or fish. Sorry, ladies. That'll settle in a little later. Man. But yeah, man, shit is cool with me, man. I got a little minute. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. I saw this headline. It said crack emerges in the White House. Well, it said cracks emerge in the White House. With all this shit going on, I thought I read crack emerges in the White House. Something's really going on there, man. And I'm not very politically motivated. You know, I'm more of like a get money dude. But this stuff that Trump's doing has got me so angered, you know? Makes me want to get a protest sign, go up to 1600 Pennsylvania. That's where the White House is, for those of you who pass social studies. Find a little secret passageway and say, Donald Trump, you dirty motherfucker. I want in. That's my time, man. I'm Louis Lawson, damn it. Y'all been lovely. Follow me on Lou Money Comedy, man. man. Give it up for your host, Jeff Joe.
One more time for my favorite Trump supporter, Lou Lawson. Hey, where the fuck y'all going? I mean, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't talking about her. I'm so sorry. Damn, man. Oh, well, at least I can curse freely now. I'm sorry. I feel so terrible cursing in front of the child. But no, where y'all going? All right. Look, she answered right. You ain't getting no excuse. God damn it. Look at them back there kissing and shit in the back. Y'all cute. That public display of affection.
That means she'll hit your ass in public too.